Good morning. This is Auntie Magogo, and this is our ritual video for class 4, my altar. So I am just gonna get a bit more deeper into explaining the ritual part of the class. Again, if this is your first encounter with me or these ritual videos, please go to our YouTube channel to catch up on all our classes. So we are having a 7-class free course on self-love, and these are just tips for your own peace of mind, things that you can do on a daily basis um, uh, to help you, I don't know, take care of self better. Yes, I do know. Definitely, it's to take better care of self, just to be self aware and a bit more kinder and gentler with yourself as a woman. And it's also access into finding ways of tapping into and learning your more divine feminine way of maneuvering in this crazy world that we're living in. So, my altar class 4. Um, my altar class 4, and this is our ritual video. So I'm just going to touch on the elements. I feel I need to get deeper into explaining the elements part of it, because I did mention that you need to have all 4 of the elements present at your altar. So the elements would be earth, water, fire, air, or wind, right? So your candle, as I explained, would represent your fire. And then your water is you having water, that glass of water. And then air, wind would be your incense. So incense can be mbepo, if that's how you flow. It can be incense sticks, whatever you choose to burn, right? Whatever you may choose to have as a burning tool or burning agent present at your altar. One other thing that I need to mention is the importance of you knowing your own energy, your own element. Firstly, astrology, it counts. And yes, I do know of people out there who don't believe in that. However, life is maths, and everything in life is mathematical. So even you being here is just a matter of numbers. So if you understand matter and you understand energy, and atoms and all of that chemistry, you will understand that it is all maths. So this is why astrology comes in, and you understanding your element. So if you're born a certain month, understand which star sign you are and what element that star sign is. You can go deeper in understanding your moon sign, because that could be your sun sign. Because it's different. It's moon and star signs. But your sun sign, your most basic element, if you understand that and you see, oh, okay, I'm a Taurus, okay, I'm a fire. It's important to understand that, because if you're a fire, you can't always just have water at your altar, because if that's your essence, that's your main energy, fire, that means you're an energetic person. You can't always have water, because if you have water, udima muloo, right? So if you're fire energy, you need to make sure you always balance it. If there's a candle burning, then there needs to be water. If there's water, there needs to be a candle there every time burning. Otherwise, you just keep it simple. Discover thing more, right? And for those who don't want to set up altars, or are swaying more to the basic altar form, which I explained as your home being your altar. For those of you who are just keeping your home as your foundational altar, then you balance that by burning incense. Whatever it is that you are burning, can be frankincense, whatever. Again, this is me. These videos and these teachings are also highlighting how everything is all the same. So everything that I am teaching will be showing example of how it is all just one thing. We are all just doing the same thing, whether it's religious or traditional, because even at churches they are burning something. So whatever your church burns, then burn that at your home too. So that's you representing your element. And if it's water, that you also need for your element. If you find out that your element is earth, then meaning you need to water your earth, right, for things to grow out of it, then that's you. If you are keeping it simple and your house being an altar, that's you once a while, even once a week. Choose a specific day in a week. Could be Sabbath, your Saturdays, or Sundays if you're more religious or you're more Christian, where you just mopping your floor with just plain clean water. Plain clean water, just pure water. So understand your own energy and element to know what to use and what not to use. So understand your element, understand your energy, understand whether you are earth, understand whether you are air, understand whether you are water, understand whether you are fire. So if you're a fire, like I made the example, if you're a fire sign and all you're just doing is lighting candles, it's an inferno. It's an inferno. You are burning everything you destroy, right? It's too much energy. It's too much. It's gonna be out of hand, right? If you're a water sign and you just have water there, your things are just gonna drown. You are drowning in things. You're just drowning. So I need to also explain why I am going into explaining the elements, or I'm basing this around elements, which I think is actually the simplest form of explaining this. Explaining energy or formation or existence. Elements. Now, the reason why I'm using elements is because energy is everything. We are energy. So let's first understand that. How we came to be. We are energy. You are energy. You are made of energy. You are made of energy. That's why thoughts become things. If you think negatively, then you'll be surrounded by that negativity, because our bodies feed off that in defense. So our bodies are always ready to just defend us. So if you're entertaining something that's negative, then your body is going to go counter into that to try and protect you. Your body is negative to protect you, to heal you, right? It's like it has to be negative so that it can fight off bacteria, for example. So that's how energy works, even in your system, in your body. Kinetics. So let's get into it with scripture, right? Let's get into it with scripture, just for me to further explain energy and to simplify it. I think also if we go about it using the Bible, it breaks it down so much, because the Bible was a big part of all our lives. It's been a big part of all our lives and upbringing, whether we liked it or not. It can be at school, it can be wherever. So even in our adulthood, once we have chosen the path that we are, I don't know, more familiar with or more at home with, and we resonate to, we will still refer to religious stories or tales or explanations or teachings to understand coming of age, tradition, cultures that have been hidden or forgotten over time. So the scripture, Genesis, the first book, Genesis. So let's use the last couple of seconds to read it. So I'll just read Genesis chapter 1 verses 1 to 3. However, this whole thing is explained from the first verse to the 13th verse. Okay. In the beginning, Elohim, I'm using my Hebrew Bible. In the beginning, Elohim created the heavens and the earth. And the earth came to be a formless and empty. And the earth came to be formless and empty, and the darkness was on the face of the deep, and the spirit of Elohim was moving on the face of the waters. And Elohim said, "Let light come to be," and light came to be. So, let light come to be, and light came to be. That's the first element. That is the first element. The first element being A. A is the first element that we that is highlighted in the Bible for us in the first chapter, in the first verse. It is in the first book, Genesis. Well, in this now a time version of the Bible, that is the first book. Genesis 1 to 3. And the Lord said, let there be light. And then there was light. That is the first element. That is A. That is movement. It's movement. It's even mentioning movement. There's movement in it. So that's A. That's the first element. From verse 1 to 13 in Genesis, right? Chapter 1. There's mention of land, there's mention of earth, there's mention of sea, there's mention of water, there's mention of light, there's mention of command. There's a lot of repetition of those things, and each of them represent all elements. Land and earth is earth, sea and water is water, light is fire, command, or the Lord said. There's a lot of that too. That's A. So these are all four of these elements represented in the explanation of how earth came to be, or how you came to be, how we came to be. Because even in the second version of what the Bible has of the creation of man, Adam and Eve being Adam's second wife, right? It's explained in that sense where God just grabbed you. Adam was made out of earth, and then Eve was made out of Adam's rib. Still the same thing. It's all elements. The elements are all coming to be, to form you, to make things happen. So this is why it's important to have all four of these elements in your altar, or represented at your altar. So elements also represent the four corners of the globe, the universe. The universe, your inner being. I can what's where you are the universe. As above, so below. As above, so below. Whatever you think, so it shall be. The Lord said, let there be light, and then there was light. You are that. You are the universe. You are the globe. So as I said, your altar is not for you to go there and just use for you to just pray. And praying isn't just you calling on a higher power, or calling on external powers. Sometimes calling and saying you're calling on to God is you calling on an external power, because it needs to start with self. So your altar is a place for you to go speak to self. It's self check-in more than anything, because again, understanding energy is you also understanding that you are God. You understanding that you are God is you understanding that you are the creator of your own reality. What you say will be. Thoughts become things. So the same as the Lord, as we are told, demanded or commanded, let there be light, let there be water, let there be this. You are also your own God. You are creating your own earth. You are creating your own existence. Your own earth is everything that surrounds you. That's your environment. And the inhabitants, being the Adam and Eve, the people living off that land, are the people that you are choosing to be around you in your life. So it's the same thing. You are your own God. So whoever you call to be, to come, that's all you. All the crappy people you have around, that's all you. That's your environment. That's your world that you have commanded into happening. I have crap friends. You will have crap friends. I have the worst luck in men. You will have the worst luck. But I have the worst jobs ever. I'll always find the crappiest. You will find the crappiest jobs ever. You are that God. You are the creator of your own existence. Elements also represent the four corners of the globe, the universe, inner being, and also endless possibilities. Endless possibilities. Like, this is the place where you can go and ask for like the craziest things ever, things that you can't go and tell people. You can't go and say, hey, yo, you know what, I want to be the next president. I want to be the next president. You can't go and tell the common man, because the common man is still human. He has his own fears too. So someone might just project their own fears on you. So it's not worth the risk. So it's better to just self-check in by going to your altar, just speaking to yourself too. You are your own altar too. This is not just a physical thing, but you are your own altar too. So that's why I made reference and I explained that it is not about you having a physical altar. It is all representation, significance of things. What something represents, it does become that thing. It becomes that thing. So endless possibilities. That's what your altar is also there for. So it represents endless possibilities. Also is all the four corners of the world: north, south, east, and west. That is what the four elements also represent, because throughout the whole globe, there's dry land, there's wetland, there's volcanoes, there's windy places. It again, the four seasons. You see, even the four seasons represent all those four elements. Four, four, four. Four represents balance, like a table. Balance. Four. Balance. More importantly, it's not about setting up your altar again. This is your home is your altar. Let's start there. Make your home your altar. Let's start there before you want to move on to greater heights and really setting up an altar. Pick a plant, buy a plant, and make that plant your altar. So your altar is prayer time. That's you cleaning, right? This is you making your home your altar. Clear and cleaning with just clean water. Clear, pure water. Burn your incense, whatever it is that you choose to burn. Can be barefoot, can be incense stick, it can be the cones, whatever resonates with you, whatever smell you want your house to have, aroma you want your house to have or to embody, go for it. And also, there's also this part, the misconception about when you are on your period and touching somehow. Let's talk about that quick fast. I touch my things, me, when I'm on my period. When I'm on my period, me, I'm not scared to touch my things. I don't back away from touching my things. They are mine. It is my body. Now, what I won't do is touch someone else's somewhere in the household, me being in that state. I shouldn't, even if I'm not on my period, right? Even if I'm not on my period. But your period, that is your superpower as a woman, as you are a woman. If you are a woman on your period and you somehow touch a space, like heavy shit, that shit is gonna fall apart. It's not gonna work. It won't work. That's why certain people are they can't sleep in the same room or same bed with a woman when she's on a period, because it's gonna mess with whatever dark energy, whatever other energy that person is working on for themselves. So how about it's actually the counteract towards us actually even knowing that power of being on a period. There's nothing disgusting about being on your period. There's nothing scary. That is a powerful time for you. That period blood can bring life to plants. It can heal people. That period blood, you can mix your period blood with water. That there goes away bad luck. Any bad juju is away. That's how powerful period blood is. So that is your superpower. And as a woman, when you're on your period, that is when you're highly intuitive. Your intuition is skyrocket high, like it's super high. Your intuition, that's high intuition time. So it's the best time for you to be messing with your altar, cleaning, adding things, whatever. Be busy at your altar if you feel that. Be busy at your altar if you feel that. Do it. If your parent is calling you to do that, do that. Don't be scared. It's only your period. It's your body. And it's a season and it's a time of fluidity. So imagine if everything is just flowing, because it's already flowing through you. Wawona. So really just, there's a lot of action. This world here, this globe that's happening in your center, it's a time for creation. And again, I'm just going to go back to class 3 being my womb. And that class, to further take that into saying your altar is ultimately your womb. Your altar is your womb. If you don't understand that, it would help you to go back to class 3 and just recap on it if you've gone through it already. But if I'm not making sense right now in saying your altar is your womb, you need to go back to the classes from even class 1. This burning ganja in your house, it's also incense. It counts as an element too of fire and wind. Also, okay, so now we're going to get into an exercise, right? So yes, again, I'm just going to touch on it for the last time. Do not avoid your altar when you're on your period. That is the best time to even fucks with your altar. That is the best time to check in with yourself. That's why this next exercise is so important. Let's see if we'll have time. So this next exercise is so important for us to get into with relation to that, right? In tapping into the energy of creation, being your altar, being your womb, and you understanding how your womb works and how your body works as a woman, you know you are the embodiment of creation, of bringing any and everything into life. So you're going to do this exercise for about 7 days. 7 days, wherever you have chosen to go to your altar, wherever, even if you don't set up your altar as said in the class 4 MyAltar video, wherever you choose to pray. For 7 days, you're going to go to the spot and you're going to be thankful for 3 things in your life. Every day for 7 days, you're going to go to the spot and you're going to be thankful for 3 things in your life. For example, thankful, gratitude. I don't mean you saying, oh, thank you for the roof over my head. You need to be specific. You need to be honest and speak to yourself. You are thanking yourself. Example, like me. This is how I would do it. Thank you for the courage to never give up. Thank you for having the courage and never giving up. Dear Mamu, thank you for having the courage and never giving up. Even if I don't say dear Mamu, I just get there. I know I'm speaking to myself. I know I'm speaking to also the people who are with me and whatever higher power that created me too, right? So, thank you for giving me the courage to never give up. Thank you for always wanting to learn better. And thank you for the wholesome and nutritional, or should I say nutritious food that you make for the people you care and love. I can take this a step further. Now, I'm showing you other things, right? But why not? I can take this a step further. Have certain oils. I use certain oils because I manufacture herbal products. So one of the oils that I have is hibiscus oil-based lubrication. So I use this to put the intention into my prayer. The same lubrication. Now, again, the reason why I'm using lubrication, right, is because my altar is my womb, right, or my vulva. And 6 is for creation, reproduction. So I'm calling to the universe to bring these things to me even more and just bless them even more. These things that I'm thankful for, that I'm thanking myself for. Right? So now lubrication, what does it do? It speeds up and it smoothens the process of these things that I'm thankful for, or these prayers that I'm sending up. I'm rubbing my hands with this oil because I'm being intentional. My hands create, my hands make these things possible Two, this is me thanking myself and thanking the energy, right? Not giving up, not just asking. This is also me asking for things, but in a way that is very intentional. So I'm calling onto these things with this lubrication, with this oil. Again, this is not lubrication that you can use that where I can go discount. It's a different story. This is a whole other different type of oil, right? So it's intentional. This is me and this lubrication again. So this is me saying thank you for having the courage to not give up. Thank you for always trying and giving your all. Thank you for always wanting to learn more and learn better. Thank you for the wholesome and nutritious food that you make for all the people that you care and love. I appreciate you. I am grateful for you. I am proud of you. I pray for you every day. I am with you every day. I'm here to support you. I'm here to love you. I'm here to understand you. Thank you for everything that you do for me. I've done so many things in just that. Lubrication. So this oil is available. I do have it available. Holla if you need some. But you get what I'm saying. You can use other oils. You can use olive oil. You can use olive oil. You can use rosemary oil. You know, things that cleanse, oils that cleanse. But this one specifically as lubrication is for the energy of creation and me using my divinity as a woman too. This is lovemaking on another level. This is me loving myself and appreciating myself and just calling onto this beautiful energy. I'm not asking in fear. I'm asking in confidence. Me doing this. This is me doing it in confidence. This is me trusting everything that I am asking for. Even things that I don't know that are coming and are worthy for me. I'm welcoming them. I'm preparing for them. Now, over time, so after these 7 days, at some point, you're going to make it a ritual where you are just going to go to your altar or sit at your altar and just talk to her. Again, her is your altar. Her is the energy of creation. Now, I'm talking to her about my issues, you know? I'm talking to her about my issues. Like, hey, yo, man, I'm having a bit of trouble sleeping, and I think it's because of A, B, C, D, but I don't know how to go about this. You know, I'm thinking of doing this, but I keep getting this blockage. You know, I'm trying to call this person, but every time I try to call them, whatever issues, things that, again, you would go and tell a friend, so things that you would just start a conversation about with a friend, just to spew and offload and vent. Just vent to her. Just like this. Or laugh is just talk to yourself. Like, hey, Joe, you know this thing that I'm going through right now, I hope it works out. These motherfuckers better not be coming and playing. They better come with my money this time. I'm going to collect my money, Mokia. You know? Speak it into existence. Okay, so tell her your issues with caution, because you don't want garbage issues in this council. So when you actually just tell her your issues, or you're speaking about your don't don't be going there about small life issues. You know, there are some issues in life that are just small issues, like small things that don't really matter. Those are not the things that you go there for. They're not the things that you go there for. Like, you can't go there to say, hey, wait, no, that's not wisdom. Wisdom is understanding that people are who they are, and if they don't work for you, then keep your distance. That's it. You don't go there for that. You don't go there for that. You go there for serious things. So don't. Why would you come and bring garbage into your womb, into your altar, into your vulva, into your space of creation, into your kitchen? Why would you bring rubbish into your kitchen? Now, ritual number 2. When you're at home, be as close to naked as possible when you're at home. Be as close to naked as possible, meaning wear the least amount of clothes that you can. Because you're at home, be sexy, basically. Long story short, less is more. This is just to encourage you to be comfortable in your own skin, to be at a level where you would be able to be doing such shit where you're doing videos and showing people your things where you are. It is coming so naturally. This is from someone who grew up as a tomboy. I'm still that one, right? But I'm learning to just, yo, guys, it is so nice on this side of being a feminine woman, a kick-ass but feminine woman. It is so much nicer this side. Yo, there's less hassle, guys. There's less work. I didn't see I didn't see guys just to relax and do things laid back and remember to be a lady. And remember to be a lady. This is me remembering I'm a woman. God damn it. This is me remembering my feminine. Huitata. Huitata. So all of that, like, you need to just have the confidence of being naked as you can. If you live with kids, obviously you have to be decent. But apara short ure your gown buy a kimono. Now I need to get that shit. I'm all about robes now because I keep bumping into those. But give us like a kimono where when I'm at home I'm just wrapped up in kimonos. And over time you'll see even your wardrobe will change to suit your comfort. Like summertime, yes, I'm a summer baby, but summertime is the best time. I get to just wear dresses. Just throw on a dress because I'm at home. Just a dress and maybe some underwear if they are lucky, but I'm decent throughout the day. But I feel amazing because I'm free. My skin is breathing. My body is breathing. Guys, we need to let our vajages breathe. No underwear. Underwear, guys. Keep that shit off. Like, take it off. Like, feel your body without being constrained once in a while, you know? It goes a very long way. So this is just also to recap again on class 1. Remember, my mind. I mentioned cleaning your house as one of the rituals. So you see how it leads into your altar, it leads into your womb. All of this is one thing. Again, if you haven't caught up, go back so that all of this can make sense. It's going to be more worthwhile if you understand the steps by following the classes. That's why they're technology. You can save them for as long as you want to. You can keep going back and whatever. Use them that way. That's why they're here. Use them, abuse these videos as much as you can until, you start creating your own ways of doing these things. So yes, recapping on class 1, which led into class 2, my heart, which led into class 3, my womb. Now we're in class 4, my altar. After my altar, now we're going to go to class 5, my money, which is, yes, class 5, my money, and then class 6, my tribe, and then class 7 being my playground. All of these things are linked. They are linked. And again, I'm back in August for the spiritual coaching one-on-ones, and it's one session a month. So with those sessions, we get deeper. This is just not even surface level. It's general knowledge it's general knowledge. So in these sessions, we are getting specific and really dealing with things. Getting specific and really dealing with things. However, though, with the room being left up, it's all up to you at the end of the day. But it's more specific and it's more in depth. So this is me as a spiritual coach, as a healer, as a mother, as a sister, as a priestess. Just sharing my knowledge, my experiences in my journey as a human being. As a black woman, as a mother, as a sister, as a daughter, as a grandmother, as a great grandmother. So this is just me sharing things that I think other people could use. However, I'm back in August. Message if you want to find out more about those sessions or whatever other services that we offer. We are in stillness, winter season, so we're taking a break from seeing clients. but our products are still available. So even this lube, if you want some, I deserve to be wealthy. If you want some of the lube, holler at me at $70 a bottle. Or intentional oil, you can order intentional oil if you want me to make your own blend of intentional oil for your specific needs or your specific altar requests, something, you know, to help, I don't know, put more intention into your prayers. We can do that. We can just make your own personal blend. So holla at me, message Auntie Magogo, and we can see what we can do together. So the other lovely thing with this lube or this oil or this mixture that we have here, this is my own bottle. See, this wax and is that it has hibiscus oil. It has hibiscus in it, not hibiscus oil, but it has hibiscus in it. It has some honey, because hibiscus helps with depression. It helps with blood circulation. It helps with skin, and it's also antibacterial. So any plant, whatever it heals, it still carries that energy in however else it works. So I'm using that energy to, in my prayers, I use it in my intimacy too, because that's also my prayer. So that's how deep all of this stuff is. It is all that deep. So that same medicine, I'm using it in my prayers. I'm healing my prayers as they go out. And yeah, that's it. That's our ritual class for class 4, my altar. Thank you so much. Auntie Magogo out. Mwah!